One night, loud shouting woke the whole village. 3 women were fighting in one house, and their husband, Musa, was sitting outside in the dark, holding his head and saying, "What have I done?" Long ago, in a quiet village surrounded by farms and tall trees, there lived a man named Musa. Musa was a farmer. He was strong and hardworking. Every morning before the sun came up, he carried his hoe and walked to his farm. He grew maize, beans, and groundnuts. People in the village respected Musa because he worked hard and did not beg from anyone. At first, Musa had only one wife. Her name was Zainab. Zainab was a calm woman. She woke early every day. She cooked food, cleaned the house, and helped Musa dry the crops after harvest. Their life was simple, but it was peaceful. When Musa returned from the farm, Zainab would give him water and say, "Welcome back." Musa would smile. Years passed. One day Musa went to a far village to sell some groundnuts in the market. While he was there, he met a woman named Hawa. Hawa was very beautiful and cheerful. She laughed easily and spoke sweet words. Musa liked her very much. After some weeks, Musa made a big decision. He married Hawa and brought her home. When Musa arrived with the new wife, Zainab was surprised. But she said nothing. She only greeted the new woman. "Welcome," Zainab said quietly. From that day, Musa had 2 wives. At first, everything looked fine. But slowly, small problems began. One day Hawa said to Musa, "Why does Zainab cook for you first?" Another day Zainab said, "Why do you buy new clothes for Hawa but not for me?" Musa did not know what to do. He tried to make both of them happy. But it was not easy. If he sat with Zainab too long, Hawa became angry. If he spent time with Hawa, Zainab became quiet and sad. Still, Musa thought he could manage. Then 1 year later, something happened again. Musa traveled to another town to buy seeds for farming. While he was there, he met a young woman named Aisha. Aisha was kind and very respectful. She always spoke gently. Musa liked her too. Before people knew what was happening, Musa married a 3rd wife. When he returned to the village with Aisha, people began whispering. 3 wives, someone said. That house will not be quiet again, another person laughed. Zainab and Hawa were shocked. Now there were 3 women in one house. At first, everyone tried to behave well. But soon the problems grew bigger. One morning, Zainab woke up and found that the firewood she kept had finished. "Hawa used it all," she said angrily. Hawa replied quickly. "I used it because Aisha cooked too much food." Aisha said, "I only cooked what Musa asked for." Soon the 3 women were shouting, "Musa loves you more." "No. He loves you more." Their voices filled the house. Musa returned from the farm and heard the noise from far away. He stopped walking and sighed. "Oh, my house again," he said. Some days the problem was about food. Some days it was about clothes. Some days it was about who Musa visited first in the evening. The house that once had peace now had noise almost every day. One night the problem became very big. Musa brought a small piece of meat from the market. He gave it to Zainab to cook. But Hawa saw it and said, "Why did you give it to her? Give it to me." Aisha also said, "We should share it." Soon the 3 women began shouting loudly. Neighbors woke up. People came outside to see what was happening. Inside the house, the women were arguing. Outside the house, Musa sat on a wooden stool, holding his head. An old man named Bobasu was passing by. He saw Musa sitting alone and asked, "Musa, why are you sitting outside like this?" Musa sighed deeply. "My house has no peace," he said. Bobasu nodded slowly. "My son," he said, "when a man carries too many loads, his back will feel pain. Musa stayed quiet. The old man continued. You wanted more happiness. But now you have more problems. Musa looked down at the ground. That night Musa thought for a long time. The next morning he called his 3 wives together. They sat under a big tree in the compound. Musa spoke slowly. My wives, I want peace in this house. The women were quiet. Musa continued. This house will only work if we respect each other. Then he made new rules. Each wife would have her own cooking day. Each wife would take care of the house on different days. And Musa promised something too. I will treat all of you fairly, he said. At first, it was difficult. But slowly, things began to change. Zainab stopped arguing so much. Hawa tried to be more patient. Aisha helped calm the others when they were angry. The house did not become perfect. Sometimes there were still small fights. But the shouting became less. One evening, Musa sat outside and listened. The house was quiet. Inside, the 3 women were talking and laughing softly. Musa smiled. Then he said to himself, 3 wives can bring trouble, but with patience, a home can still find peace. And the people in the village often told the story of Musa. They told young men, before you marry many wives, remember the man who sat outside in the dark holding his head. Because sometimes, the thing that looks like more happiness can also bring more trouble. And Musa never forgot that lesson for the rest of his life.